Hello everybody. Today I want to talk about the central sun. There's a lot of discussions about the central sun. I believe there are two central suns. We have the main central sun, which is in the center of our universe, and I've seen it. And this thing is beyond comprehension in its size. This is the powerhouse that drives the entire universe. Galaxies are being born from this central sun every single day. And I did some muscle testing. I think it was like 1,000 a day, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 10,000 galaxies are being born every single day from the central sun. You might want to call this God, something like this. Anyway, it's some kind of extraordinary super collective consciousness that is creating our universe, and it is constantly growing. We know this for a fact, that the universe is expanding. So for the universe to expand, it means that there's other galaxies coming in to fill that space. Now, quite some years ago, probably about 25 years ago, I was given a vision, and it was so powerful that I'm pretty sure I even vanished from this building. And I'm in this building 4 stories up, and I was actually in Sweden, Gothenburg. And I sat on this chair chatting to this lady, having a cup of tea, and the building vanished all around me, completely vanished. And I'm sat in the chair 4 stories up, floating in the air. And I just sort of leant forward and went, oh my God. And then whoosh. I mean, the speed is beyond comprehension. Next thing I know, I'm still in the chair. I'm sat next to this golden ball of light, which was to my right. And this golden ball of light was like all-encompassing everything, and I could feel it washing through me. I knew who it was. It was God. And the voice from this light said, Ian, look down. So I'm in my chair, still in my chair, and I leant forwards and looked down, and I saw these 3 bands of sparkling, twinkly lights, and it was like in like a pie section. And in the center of this pie section was this central sun, and this central sun was constantly pushing out energy into these bands of light, and these bands of light were moving away from the central sun very, very slowly. In fact, you couldn't even perceive it. It was that slow, but it was moving away from the central sun. And I'm thinking, what am I looking at? And the voice in my head said, look closer. I don't know how this was managed to happen, but I zoomed in into one of the tiny, tiny pinpricks of light that I saw in just one of the bands, and it was a galaxy. And then I had this huge realization that this pie section I'm looking at, it was all around me, and I was only seeing this small section. But it wasn't just around me in a flat plane. There were layers on top of each other inside this globe, ball, whatever probably wasn't even a ball. It wasn't even had any outside edges to it. So that is the central sun of the universe. And I believe that everything mimics God. Everything mimics the universe, and especially the central sun. So when we look at our galaxy, if we come back now to the Milky Way, our galaxy, and in the center of that galaxy is a sun, which replicates the sun from the universe. And as we know, galaxies spin either clockwise or reverse clockwise. And what's happening there is the sun, the central sun of our galaxy, as with all galaxies, are creating a momentum of movement. So it's literally just doing that. It's swinging out. And you can see that on the galaxies, the outer arm of that galaxy is still spinning out towards space. But it needs that to grow. It needs that space to grow and expand as planets evolve and grow and expand. So that's why we constantly need this movement. Now, one day, I was thinking about this, it's quite some years ago, and I flew towards the center of our galaxy, the central sun. And as I got closer and closer, this sun, which is 5,000, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 20,000, 25,000, 30, about 25,000 times bigger than our sun. So it's gigantic. But all around it, I saw smaller suns and stars. They're all suns. And I was asking, well, what are they for? You know, the central sun is the creator. The central sun is what we tune into, and I call it the love star. So what we do every day, if we're in tune, if we are being, we are connecting to the love star, the central sun of our galaxy, which creates this momentum of energy for all beings that live within that galaxy on all of the planets. So consciously and subconsciously, we are connecting to that central sun. So what we need to do, these other smaller suns, I said, what are they for? And they said each one of these smaller stars, suns, represents an emotion, a love. So a love for a planet, a love for a person, a love for animals, a love for trees, and so on and so on. So each one of these represents an energy source that feeds out this ripple of love to connect with something that you are in love with, a person, a place, a planet, and so on. So what we do then is we grow in love. And the only way we can do that is by these ripples that are coming from each of the smaller stars, the suns, which are still huge, and they are rippling out these emotional love frequencies, which we then automatically connect to. If we have a love for botany, for example, then that we will connect to that particular star, which then expands the love and the knowledge and the wisdom of that particular subject. And that's what's happening. So when we see this massive bright light in the center of the galaxy, all galaxies, that is what is happening. You are witnessing the driving force of love behind each galaxy. And it is designed that way because ultimately we are all love. Now, on that same a note of like a love star, I believe that there is such a thing as a black star. Now, our scientists call them black holes. I don't think they're black holes. I think they are a black star. And that black star, I think each system, like a solar system or a binary system, is connected to a black star. And that black star, like a love star, is radiating out negative energy. It's not negative as in it's going to come and harm you. It's the energy that it's radiating out that we then connect to if we are negative. So we've got the love star, we connect to the love star, a love star creates. The black star does not create, the black star destroys. It's a very destructive energy. But if we choose consciously or even subconsciously negative thoughts or negative actions, guess what? You connect directly to the black star, which then starts to feed you. As the love star does, feeds you, so does the black star. So when I teach people to disconnect from the black star, that is exactly what you're doing. If you have inadvertently connected to the black star through negative thoughts, negative thinking, negative actions, then you need to stop that and disconnect from it and change how you think. Right? Energy follows thought, remember that. So when we see or we think we see black holes, they are not. In my opinion, from what I believe and what I understand, there has to be a yin, there has to be a yang. And each system that has been designed, there is a yin or a negative aspect to everything. There has to be, to show the light side. So without darkness, we wouldn't know what light is. So that is what the black star is. So be careful of your thoughts, because you will automatically connect to that star and the energy of that star. So there we go. So that is the love star, which is what we need to be connecting to. And then of course there's the black star, which we don't need to be connecting to, but unfortunately we do, because the way the system is and the way the planet is, and we have all these horrible negative thoughts. So we need to cancel them and disconnect from the black star. So anyway, what do you think of the t-shirt? That's definitely me. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Bye.